Hello everyone. On behalf of Sherwin the Society, myself Utpal welcome you all the teachers in one of the most innovative and successful idea sharing platforms at ZIIEI, Zero Investment Innovation for Education Initiative. Here we are discussing the new and innovative ideas for different lessons and how we can make the learning process fun and interesting for the kids. Today I am going to discuss a lesson from NCERT Board Class 3rd Chapter 12. The subject is Environmental Studies and the name of the lesson is Work We Do. The idea that I'm going to discuss is concept explanation under the case study of new age teaching technique. The innovation and the purpose of this idea is to facilitate the learning of the concept of a lesson through hands-on experience instead of limitation only to the textbook and blackboard, where students apply all possible senses to explore the theme of the subject. The duration is 2 periods 40 minutes each. This idea can be implemented to build and explain the concept of different occupation, to develop the discipline in the work field, to understand the concept of working inside and outside of home, age, gender, caste, economic aspect. The educator use the idea of concept explanation to describe this concept by using of picture cards. The educator need to arrange the color pencil of red and green color, 15 quantity each, and picture cards of various workplaces, post office, hospital, bank, etc. In period 1, for building the concept, teacher initiate by asking the question to the student, think of a building that you see every day. The response will be temple, school, petrol pump. Then teacher again asks, some of you might have seen hospital, post office, bank, shop. Isn't that right? The answer will be yes or no. Then teacher draw a table on the board with 2 columns. The first column is name of the building, the second is red or green, and instruct all the students to copy that table on their notebook and instruct the student to fill the second column with red or green color against that building. If they have seen the building, they will mark it as red. If not, they will mark it as green. If student mark it as green color against school, then teacher ask a question, why we go to school? The response will be to study. Who teaches you? Response is teacher. Then teacher again asks one question, what kind of work happens in the bank? Then teacher get all the responses and convey to the student that bank is a place where people used to keep their money safe. Then teacher conclude this activity by informing the student that they are going to read a chapter to understand more about the work done in these places. In period 2, for explaining the concept, teacher uses the picture cards. By displaying the picture card, teacher asks, can you identify the places? The responses will be hospital, petrol pump, police station, school, post office, etc. Does in these all places similar kind of work has done? The response will be no. Then teacher again draw a table on the board with 2 columns. First is same as it is name of the building, and the second is work done. Then teacher inform the student that we are going to read a lesson today. The name of the lesson is Work We Do, and we'll try to understand what kind of work done in these places. Then teacher ask one student to read one paragraph and explain the lesson to the student, and teacher try to give chances as many students to read the lesson and subsequently explain the lesson to the student. Then teacher instruct them to write the at least 2 sentences of work happened against the building name in their notebook. And for example, if it is a hospital, the sentences will be people getting treatment in the hospital, children getting vaccination. Similarly, children have to fill the kind of work done in the against the building name. Then teacher appreciate all the students for reading and learning this activity and continue giving the concept of different occupation by asking the question like who repairs cars or buses? The response will be mechanic. Who drives the bus? The response is the driver. Then who repairs the water pipes, tanks, etc. Repair will be the plumber, as they have read the chapter. For giving the concept of working inside and outside of home, age, gender, economic aspect, teacher asks question like who go outside to buy groceries, clothes and do shopping? The response will be father, mother, brother. Are you allowed to go outside to buy clothes, groceries, etc.? The response will be yes or no. Then teacher inform the student that you are too young, you are not encouraged to go outside to buy the higher value items. Teacher again continuing the class by asking the question that who does the household work at home? The response will be mother or brother. Then what kind of work they do? Cooking, cleaning. Then teacher asks one question like, you and your father get a Sunday as a holiday. Does your mother get that holiday too? Then teacher get all the responses and convey to the student that we should help our mother in household activities so that she should also get some rest. Then teacher again ask one question like, what kind of work your father do? Response will be, they go to a job, they go to a work field. Then teacher continue asking the question that, is there any fixed time to go to the job or work field? Teacher will get the mixed responses and again ask one question, does they have to follow a discipline in the work field? Teacher will get all the possible responses and convey to the student that all the different works are equally important. There are no better or worse work than any other. Teacher conclude this activity by instructing the student to make a timetable of their own and to include the timing of study, timing of playing, resting, helping, etc. For revising the concept, teacher give a homework to the student and instruct the student to get a help from their parents. They are instructed to find a child from their neighborhood who are above 5 years and who are not going to school. Again, they are going to make a tabular column, 2 columns. The first column will be the question asked, the second is the response. In the first column, they will write the questionnaire like, who is he or she, why he or she is not going to school, what kind of work he or she does, whether he or she wants to go to the school. Before giving this homework, teacher inform the parents about this homework because we are not expecting at this stage they can decipher the instruction clearly. Teacher also instruct the students that they should talk to their grandparents and ask them what kind of work they used to do when they were children, and it increases the communication skill between their family members and among the students. And at the end, teacher instruct them to write all the responses in their notebook. By this activity, we have seen that student can read out aloud with proper pronunciation. They can make meaningful small sentences in English both in orally and in written format by using the noun, pronoun, adjective and preposition. They can identify the object and activities in school, at home, at their surrounding. They can describe the job role of the family. They can differentiate between the activities in present and the past, and they can record the observation, information of the activities, places they have visited, and above all, by concept explanation, we have seen that it helps the children with learning disability, intellectual disability and slow learners by giving them practical experience, and they can relate the real world to the abstract world and also create curiosity to the topic to the children with ADHD, and they can engage in the classroom in a better way. I hope you're going to implement this activity in your school, in your classroom. For this kind of more videos, please subscribe ZIIEI YouTube channel. If you're watching this video in Facebook, we request you to please like our page. Thank you.